North Atlantic Ocean, with crews trying to find a missing submersible that was on a trip to see the wreckage of the Titanic. A surveillance ship from Canada has now detected underwater noises in that general area. That is providing some hope, but time is no doubt running out with a limited amount of oxygen left inside that machine. Workers and equipment from Western New York, as we mentioned, are now part of this Coast Guard-led search. It's all being staged from St. John's, Newfoundland, which is where the tour departed from this past Friday. We begin our coverage this half hour with 2 on Your Side's Ron Plants, who spoke with someone who spent a lot of time underwater as part of a Navy veteran aboard a submarine.
We'll emphasize from the beginning that a modern Navy submarine, which protects our country from the ocean depths, is vastly different from the small submersible designed to just hover and explore the Titanic. But former Navy submariners like Fred Marazina Jr. learned some basics when it comes to deep underwater pressure. So starting with the surface pressure, which we all experience.
It's approximately 15 pounds of pressure. Air pressure, just the weight of the atmosphere on us, and that for us is 0. But that for about every 30 feet of water, that doubles.
It gets exponentially heavier as we go deeper, like say 12,000 feet.
Compressive forces of the water actually strengthen the hull. As it gets deeper, it essentially gets stronger up to a point. Then you get crush depths, and then the pressures are just too much.
While internal normal pressure is maintained for crews aboard subs, tragically, the Navy has lost sailors and submarines at so-called crush depths like the USS Thrusher in 1963 and the USS Scorpion in 1968. More recently, the loss of Russian and Argentinian Navy subs. We do know this tourist submersible was built with carbon fiber and titanium, a UB materials science professor noting,
it's the design of the whole structure coupled to the material behavior itself that makes the integrity of the system work. But they both have remarkable capabilities in withstanding stress and other extreme environments.
So what tragically could happen down below?
It could be something very simple. You know, a bolt came loose and something dropped off and they lost control. Could be something major. You know, a defect in the hull or in the window or something. And like I said, when you get to those pressures that cracks, it's over with almost instantly.
All right, Ron joins us now here live. So if they were miraculously able to find this, because the search area, it's like double the size of Connecticut, I think was the last thing I read. Would anyone be able to get there quickly enough to get down, 12,000 feet and get them up in time?
Well, that's what we were talking to Fred about. Again, it depends upon the oxygen supply, obviously, and if this small craft is intact, not crushed by that pressure he was talking about. Now, again, no experts here, but Fred Marazina, our local veteran, points out getting down deep with any kind of craft, maybe even one of those remotely piloted vehicles like the Pelagic Research of East Aurora, their craft that we showed you yesterday, extremely difficult. Takes time while it's descending, also getting caught in ocean currents and cross currents. Steering down to anything is tricky, Michael, from what he was able to understand.
Yeah, this is, I mean, they're hoping for a miracle, I think, to say the least, but still a little bit of hope left, I guess.
We'll see.
Yeah. Ron, thank you very much. So it was during last year's preseason that some serious